I'm sorry, kid. If they die, they die.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Doctor Strange has done.
I will not hesitate to let either of you die. I can't, because the universe depends on it.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments in comics, animated shows, and MCU where the famous sorcerer did some regretful or just plain awful things. Beware of a multiverse of spoilers ahead. What was the most shocking thing your favorite Marvel character did? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Manipulating many memories. Spider-Man No Way Home. After Peter asks for help hiding his exposed identity, Doctor Strange casts an extremely dangerous memory spell.
Won't turn back time, at least people will forget that you were ever Spider-Man.
Seriously?
No,
that
not
would be...
seriously.
That spell travels the dark borders between known and unknown reality. It's too dangerous.
We get the sorcerer wanted to help Spider-Man have an easier life by making people forget who's underneath the mask. However, Strange was way too willing to unleash a spell that affected the minds of everyone on Earth. And that was before it went haywire and invited multiverse visitors.
That little spell that you botched where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, it started pulling in everyone who knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man from every universe into this one.
Going through with the spell seems like a massive lapse in judgment for the man who was so careful in Infinity War. Some fans even thought Strange would be revealed as an imposter because he seemed too reckless in No Way Home. But it turns out that he was actually himself and really committed to a dangerous spell.
That spell was completely out of control. If I hadn't shut it down, something catastrophic could have happened.
Stephen, listen, I am so sorry.
Call me sir.
Number 9. Banishing the Hulk. Incredible Hulk Volume 2, number 92, and Planet Hulk.
You're Bruce Banner. Right. Don't mention puny Banner.
During the Planet Hulk storyline, a gamma bomb caused the big guy to go haywire and wreck Vegas. Doctor Strange is one of the heroes on the Marvel Illuminati team who decides the best way to deal with the Hulk is to take extreme measures.
When you get angry, Bruce, when you're overcome by rage, you are a force of destruction.
The sorcerer agrees on a plan where the green guy is launched into space towards a supposedly uninhabited world without intelligent life. Unfortunately, Hulk ends up accidentally crash landing on a planet called Sakaar and being forced to fight in an arena. Although Doctor Strange didn't execute this plan alone, the fact he was willing to launch an ally into space is pretty savage.
There will be no one there to hurt you, and no one you can hurt.
Warning. Guidance system offline. Trajectory altered.
The sorcerer would later continue his bad Illuminati behavior when he erased Cap's memory for the team. Number 8. Strange treats Christine Palmer badly. Doctor Strange.
You know, you didn't have to humiliate him in front of everyone.
I didn't have to save his patient either, but I sometimes just can't help myself.
Although Stephen Strange wasn't always the friendliest guy, he became more of a jerk after getting into a brutal car accident that was caused by his own distracted driving. One of the people who receives the worst of his wrath is his fellow doctor, Christine Palmer. While he deals with his crippling injuries, Palmer cares for him by his bedside and helps him with household tasks. Strange repays Christine's kindness with cruel words.
Oh, yeah, then what are you doing here? Bringing cheese and wine like old friends going for a picnic? We are not friends, Christine. We were barely lovers. But you just love a sob story, don't you?
He doesn't attempt to apologize before going to study magic. And the next time Strange bothers to see Christine, it's because he needs her to save him from another injury. Although he later shows how much he appreciates her, he still owes her at least a dozen apologies for his bad behavior.
There are other things that can give your life meaning.
Like what? Like you?
And this is the part where you apologize.
Number 7. Imprisoning a man within his own mind. Doctor Strange, The Oath. While a thief named Brigand was hired to steal from Strange, the villain slayed one of the hero's allies and shot the sorcerer. The mystical man is left clinging to life and has to astral project himself to help with his own surgery.
What am I seeing?
My astral body.
Are you dead?
No, Christine, but I am dying.
When Strange finally encounters Brigand again, the sorcerer does not hold back. He enters the man's mind and threatens to erase all the villain's memories and abilities to perform normal bodily functions. Once Strange gets the information he needs, he decides to enact a brutal punishment. The sorcerer traps Brigand within his own mind and claims he'll be left there for eternity. While we understand why Strange was upset, subjecting this thief to a supposedly endless torment felt like overkill.
This is how things are now. You and me, trapped in this moment, endlessly.
Number 6. Relying on a dark monster's powers. World War Hulk, number 3. Hulk was understandably a little upset when he returned to Earth after Strange and the rest of the Illuminati sent the green guy away.
I'm sorry.
After the green guy damages Strange's hands during a battle, the Magic Man starts channeling dark magic from a creature named Zom. Unfortunately, the sorcerer loses control and nearly causes the deaths of multiple civilians. But this wasn't the only time using forbidden magic got him into trouble.
We do not tamper with natural law. We defend it.
How did you even do that?
In a later storyline, Strange's reliance on Zom's magic severely hurts many of his allies. After tapping into this dark power one too many times, he decides to step back from his Sorcerer Supreme duties. Considering he endangered his friends' lives multiple times, we'd say that's an extremely fair call.
Wait, I thought you were the Sorcerer Supreme.
No, he got it on a technicality.
Number 5. Turning into Necromancer. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, number 46.
You still think there will be no consequences, Strange? No price to pay.
There are a few incarnations of Doctor Strange, each showing a different aptitude towards the magical powers at his disposal. So, what if Doctor Strange used his powers for evil? In Counter-Earth, a variant of the Sorcerer slays Baron Mordo. This alternate Strange then tried to accumulate as much power as he could to take over his world. But after renaming himself Necromancer, his plan to become more formidable goes south.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
So, the Dark Sorcerer eventually travels to the main Marvel Universe to torment heroes and becomes stronger. Fortunately, the good Strange defeats his evil half, but we'll never forget how much damage this evil version of the Sorcerer was capable of.
Things just got out of hand.
Number 4. Not helping to save lives. Spider-Man No Way Home. During the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, it becomes clear the villains that popped up in the MCU will die if they're sent back home.
We can't send them back. Not yet.
Why?
Oh, some of these guys are gonna die.
Parker. It's their fate.
While Peter Parker wants to at least try helping them, Strange is immediately ready to send them back to meet their doom. The conflict between the two escalates so much that they end up fighting. When you think about it, a powerful sorcerer is attacking a teenager so he can let a bunch of villains die.
Look, I know, I get it, but we can't just send them home to die.
It's their fate. You can't change that any more than you could change who they are.
We get that Strange was worried about protecting the multiverse, but once again, it was his fault they're all here in the first place. Since Doctor Strange had such a devil-may-care attitude towards life, we're starting to doubt he took the Hippocratic Oath.
In the grand calculus of the multiverse, their sacrifice means infinitely more than their lives.
Number 3. Assisting Zombie Kingpin. Marvel Zombies 3, number 3. The thought of a zombified Strange using his magic to hunt living victims is scary enough.
No.
But an undead version of the sorcerer nearly caused a much bigger disaster in one story. After a zombie kingpin finds a turned Strange, the sorcerer helps the crime boss accomplish a sinister plan.
Because once Earth's mightiest heroes joined the infected, no one else stood a chance.
The undead magic man shows his evil ally a universe full of potential food for zombies. Kingpin intended to spread the undead virus in the untainted world until it consumed everything. Although the crime boss didn't succeed, Strange was nearly responsible for nearly dooming an entire world to unending and undying zombified horror. Thank goodness there was a hero around to dismantle the evil plot before it properly got started.
Were you successful?
Ta-da! See for yourself.
Number 2. Turning his brother into a vampire. Doctor Strange number 385. As we've mentioned before, Doctor Strange doesn't always get along with the people closest to him.
You were right. I was a complete asshole, and I treated you so horribly, and you deserved so much more.
Stop. You're clearly in shock.
But one particularly bad incident had fatal consequences. After Stephen got into an argument with his brother Victor, the non-magical Strange was struck by a car. The doctor decided to put his sibling on ice like he was the Winter Soldier in hopes he could be revived later. When Strange tried casting a spell to bring his brother back, it had a disastrous side effect.
This shouldn't even be possible.
But I thought you stopped the spell.
No, I contained it.
Victor was resurrected as a vampire. Although he tried to use his vampiric abilities for good, he eventually fatally wounded himself with a stake. All of Victor's suffering could have been avoided if Stephen hadn't been such a jerk to his brother in the first place.
You lack a spine.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Destroying a universe. What if? In one What If episode, Doctor Strange gets in an accident that claims the life of his love interest, Christine.
Oh no, Christine. Come on, Christine.
After gaining the ability to travel through time, the Doctor tries to save her, but he repeatedly fails because her death is a fixed point in time that cannot be changed. Desperate to see Christine again, Strange goes down a dark path. He steals the life force of sentient beings, relies on dark magic, and absorbs a good version of himself.
You can't do this.
But we must.
No.
Strange Supreme eventually uses his ill-acquired powers to truly save Christine. However, breaking the fixed points in time causes his entire universe to shatter. There's no way to measure how many lives were lost because of Strange Supreme's selfishness and thirst for power.
I'm sorry.
Stephen? What did you do?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.